Welcome to Streaming News Network, where we deliver balanced reporting with the facts that matter. The Morning Edition by Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
Hello, I'm Claude McDaniel and this is your edition of Streaming News Network. So we begin with former Vice President Kamala Harris is facing criticism from conservatives after comments she made about the Republican-backed Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act, commonly known as the Save America Act. In a video discussing the upcoming midterm elections, Harris warned that the legislation could require voters to provide proof of identity and citizenship, such as a passport or birth certificate, before registering to vote. She argued that such requirements could create obstacles for eligible voters. Conservative commentators quickly turned her remarks against her, arguing that her description actually made the legislation sound reasonable. President Donald Trump amplified the controversy by promoting Harris's video on his Truth Social account. Supporters of the legislation say requiring proof of American citizenship before registering to vote is a basic election safeguard. Opponents argue the measure could create unnecessary barriers and potentially prevent some eligible Americans from registering. Trump has continued making passage of the legislation a priority as lawmakers prepare for the midterm elections. This is Streaming News Network. A bartender's accidental drink mix-up may have helped a California woman uncover the possible explanation for mysterious symptoms she had experienced since childhood. 28-year-old Hannah Siddiqui had been sober for 197 days when she ordered what she believed was another non-alcoholic drink at a San Francisco restaurant. After drinking it, she became lightheaded and later realized the beverage had accidentally contained alcohol. The following morning, Siddiqui experienced a severe migraine, stomach problems, chills, fatigue, itchy skin and nausea. Instead of improving quickly, her symptoms continued for several days. She then entered her symptoms into an artificial intelligence chatbot that already contained information about her medical history. The chatbot connected the episode with years of unexplained hives, food reactions and other symptoms and suggested a possible mast cell disorder, including mast cell activation syndrome. Siddiqui discussed the possibility with her doctor, who recommended antihistamines. She reported feeling significantly better after beginning the medication. However, an immunologist cautioned that improvement from antihistamines alone does not establish a diagnosis of mast cell activation syndrome. Proper medical testing and evaluation are required. Siddiqui is now working with her physician while exploring dietary and environmental changes. This is Streaming News Network. A former Northern California school superintendent is suing her district after being fired amid a financial crisis that officials say pushed the small school system toward insolvency. Misty Livingston served as superintendent, principal and special education teacher for the Oak Run Elementary School District in Shasta County for nearly 5 years. She was placed on administrative leave in December 2024 and dismissed without cause in January 2025. The district's financial problems reportedly stemmed in part from attendance figures that were overstated between 2021 and 2023. Because state funding is tied to student attendance, California imposed an $825,000 penalty on the district, which had an annual budget of approximately $775,000. Livingston's lawsuit claims district and county education officials unfairly blamed her for the financial collapse. She argues that she was left without adequate administrative training, financial oversight and operational support while being expected to handle complex state requirements. The lawsuit also points to previous allegations of financial misconduct against Livingston. However, a sheriff's investigation reportedly cleared her of financial theft. The county education office stated that public funds had not been misappropriated, and a state credentialing investigation ended without disciplinary action. Livingston now alleges that her firing was retaliation for whistleblower complaints concerning the district's administration. The allegations remain disputed and will be addressed through the legal process. This is Streaming News Network. A North Dakota mother is facing multiple criminal charges after police say 2 of her young children were killed and another was seriously injured in a violent incident at a home in Mandan. Authorities say 22-year-old Kaylee Earhart is accused of killing her 5-month-old and 3-year-old children. Her 1-year-old child survived but suffered serious injuries and required surgery. Police say the incident followed a series of threats involving Earhart's estranged husband. Investigators allege she previously threatened him with a firearm and later confronted family members with a knife before the children were attacked. Mandan Police Chief Jason Ziegler described the scene as extremely traumatic for responding officers and expressed condolences to the children, their family, the community, and first responders. Earhart faces 9 charges, including 2 counts of murder, attempted murder, and several counts of aggravated assault and terrorizing. A judge set her cash bond at $3 million and issued orders prohibiting contact with surviving victims and family members. Her preliminary hearing and arraignment are scheduled for October 6. A fundraiser established for the children's father and surviving child has reportedly raised more than $25,000. The allegations against Earhart have not been proven in court. This is Streaming News Network. Police in Queensland, Australia, have arrested 11 people in connection with an alleged organised attack on a 17-year-old boy who was reportedly found seriously injured in bushland near Townsville. Authorities say the teenager was allegedly restrained and assaulted by a group before being abandoned near a tree on July 18. Joggers discovered him the following morning, and he was taken to Townsville University Hospital. Police say his injuries were significant enough to require surgery, although he was later reported to be in stable condition. 3 people were initially charged in July. Police have now charged 8 additional suspects, including 5 adults and 3 15-year-old boys. The charges include allegations of unlawful detention, assault causing bodily harm, grievous bodily harm, and torture. Several of those charged are expected to appear before magistrates or children's courts during August and September. Police say some of the alleged participants knew the victim, while others did not. Investigators also allege that people involved were driving erratically around Townsville after the incident and were involved in a vehicle collision. A senior detective described the attack as orchestrated rather than random. Authorities say the investigation remains active and are asking anyone with information to contact police. All of the accused are presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. This is Streaming News Network. Former National Football League running back Wendell Smallwood Junior has won a legal decision that could allow him to leave prison and spend time with his seriously ill daughter. A New Jersey judge recently granted Smallwood's request to withdraw a previous guilty plea connected to a state firearms charge. His attorney says the ruling could clear the way for his release while prosecutors consider their next steps. Smallwood, who played for the Philadelphia Eagles and several other National Football League teams, was serving prison time after pleading guilty to federal charges involving wire fraud, conspiracy, and tax fraud connected to pandemic-related financial assistance programs. He also faced a separate state charge involving possession of an assault-style firearm. The legal change came after a federal appeals court ruling affected New Jersey's restrictions on certain firearms. Smallwood argued that the decision provided grounds to challenge his previous plea agreement. The judge also considered the emotional circumstances surrounding the case. Smallwood's daughter, Mila, has been diagnosed with cancer and is reportedly receiving palliative care after treatments were unsuccessful. During the hearing, the judge noted the seriousness of her condition and the limited time doctors believe she may have remaining. Smallwood's family expressed gratitude for the ruling while asking supporters to continue focusing on Mila's health. Smallwood was selected by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2016 National Football League draft and played 6 seasons in the league. This is Streaming News Network. An Arizona mother is facing child abuse and neglect charges after authorities say she became unconscious from alcohol intoxication while her 2 young children remained inside a home filling with smoke. 26-year-old Callie and Mia Heathman was reportedly found unconscious on a couch at the residence on August 1. Her 7-year-old son alerted his father that Heathman was unresponsive and that smoke was filling the house. The father then called emergency services, telling authorities that his 2-year-old daughter was still secured in a car seat and unable to get herself to safety. Responding officers rescued both children. Authorities say the 2-year-old was barely responsive and was taken to a hospital for treatment. Her brother was reportedly unharmed. Investigators determined that the smoke came from a pizza left unattended inside a microwave. Officers also reportedly found an empty liquor bottle and other alcohol containers throughout the home. Authorities said Heathman's blood alcohol level was measured at 0.379, more than 4 times the legal driving limit. Police allege Heathman was too intoxicated to properly care for her children. She was subsequently charged with child abuse and child neglect in Maricopa County. A judge set her bond at $10,000 and ordered pretrial alcohol monitoring and electronic monitoring. Heathman reportedly declined to provide a statement to investigators. The allegations against her have not been proven in court. This is Streaming News Network. Actress Leah Remini has reportedly purchased a new Los Angeles area home, trading a much larger mansion for a more private hillside retreat. The 56-year-old actress, best known for her role on The King of Queens, purchased the 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom property in Woodland Hills for $3.18 million. The approximately 5,587 square foot home sits inside a gated community at the end of a cul-de-sac and features panoramic views of Los Angeles and surrounding canyons. The property was built in 1987 and is marketed as offering exceptional privacy and security. Inside, the home includes large windows, a fireplace lounge and an upgraded kitchen. The primary bedroom features a private balcony and a spa-style bathroom. Outdoor amenities include a swimming pool, hot tub, built-in barbecue area and several terraces. The property also has a 3-car garage and additional guest parking. The purchase comes after Remini sold her longtime Studio City mansion in 2024 for approximately $9.3 million. She had originally listed that 6-bedroom property for nearly $12.5 million. Remini and longtime husband Angelo Pagan also finalized their divorce in 2024. This is Streaming News Network. Nearly 5 decades after becoming famous as Rizzo in the classic movie Grease, actress Stockard Channing says she is embracing a much quieter and more private life. Now 82, Channing has built an extensive career in film, television, and theater. Beyond Grease, audiences have seen her in The First Wives Club, Practical Magic, The Good Wife and The West Wing, where she portrayed First Lady Abby Bartlett opposite Martin Sheen. In a rare interview, Channing revealed that she now enjoys living a reclusive lifestyle in London. She moved there from Maine in 2019, several years after the death of her longtime partner, producer Dan Gillum. Channing said his death affected her more deeply than she initially understood and eventually prompted her to make significant changes in her life. She also reflected on never having children, joking that while having someone to care for her later in life might be appealing, children can be just as self-interested as anyone else. Channing said changes in American politics also roughly coincided with her decision to leave the United States. Despite her private lifestyle, she remains professionally active. Channing is making her directorial debut with a production of Krapp's Last Tape at the Edinburgh Festival. She is also preparing to reprise her role as Aunt Frances Owens in Practical Magic 2, alongside Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. I am Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Thank you for watching and staying informed.
Thank you for viewing Streaming News Network videos, and also short and special reports. Please like, subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of additional reports.